Hello guys, welcome back to this flight simulator video. Today we are flying a circling approach into Ronne, which is the largest town on the island of Bornholm, which is also the largest island of Denmark. And it's located in the Baltic Sea around 100 kilometers southeast of Copenhagen. Here you can see the Jeppessen approach chart for Ronne. It's outdated, but for demonstration measures it's okay, I think. The chart also says that it's not allowed to fly northeast of the field, which we are doing now, but the FMS programmed it like this, so yeah, it's a little bit illegal what we are doing here, but the visibility is great. We can see all the obstacles, so I think for demonstration purposes it's okay. Now in the background you can see the beautiful city of Ronne with the red roofs and its harbor. So while the autopilot is flying us to the Fauna NDB, which you can see here, I will talk you through the approach. So we're coming from the northwestern part of the airfield and flying, as I said, towards Fauna NDB. After Fauna NDB we will turn a little bit to the right to track 166 outbound, because we are a Charlie or Delta aircraft. And then start a left-hand turn to intercept the localizer of the ILS after DME 8.0 India Romeo Echo. This is pre-programmed in the FMS, so I will not use the raw data for this one. So now we can continue with the actual circling approach. As you can see here, our minimum descent altitude is around 660 feet. I will use roughly 700 feet because then we have a little bit of extra altitude to play with. So after we intercepted the localizer and the glide slope of the ILS for runway 29er, I will descend to the minimum descent altitude of 700 feet, which I just told you. Then turn left, 45 degrees offset of the localizer, track this for 30 seconds and turn right to the downwind. And why turn left, you might ask? Because on the chart it says that circling northeast of the field is not permitted. So that's a lot of theory. I think it should be more clear when we are flying the maneuver itself, so learning by doing. And the short briefing was just in time done as we are flying towards Fauna and begin our actual maneuver. Now as you can see, the plane is flying a very slight right-hand turn for track 166 outbound, as you can see on the chart. And in a few seconds I will take over the control and fly the rest of the maneuver manually. So right below us somewhere should be the Fauna NDB, but in the aircraft we are just using the GPS overlay. So I put flaps 1 here and the aircraft screams landing gear for the next 2 minutes, and somewhere in the approach I was so annoyed by this that I just put down the landing gear a little bit more early than I wanted to, but I will cut out the rest so you don't have to listen to this message all the time. So now we are starting our left-hand turn to intercept the localizer course of 291 degrees. The autopilot is off, so the maneuver from now on is all flown manually. I will speed up the replay from here as we intercept the final approach course. And I intercepted the glide slope first and not the localizer because we were a little bit too close to the airfield. That was not flown perfectly, so excuse me. And now I will put down the gear so this warning disappears, and in the distance you can see the runway. So from now on, normal speed again. Glide slope is intercepted and localizer 1/4 deflection approximately. Now we are just flying a normal ILS approach down to the minimum descent altitude of 700 feet, or 660 feet if you want to be exact. I will also set the 700 feet in my altitude window, just that I have a better reference if we are flying level at this altitude later. So now we're coming up under 700 feet. I will level off the aircraft, start the timer and brake off to the left to fly 45-degree offset to the final approach course. So I was flying a little bit longer than 30 seconds and now we are turning right to enter the downwind leg, and from now on it's just a normal traffic pattern and a normal landing. I will speed up the replay again. So now you can see me checking where the runway is, because as I said, we always have to keep visual contact with the runway, otherwise we have to fly go around, but visibility is perfectly fine. Okay, one last right-hand turn towards final. And you can see the puppy system to the left-hand side of the runway coming up right now, which we can use to help us adjust our pitch and descent rate for a perfect 3-degree glide slope. So you can see me coming in a little bit low because I'm aiming for the second middle stripe just before the touchdown zone, so we can land more or less inside of the touchdown marker. We ballooned a little bit, we were a little bit fast, but touchdown, and that's it. That was the circling approach in Ronne. If you have any questions or any ideas what I should do next, please don't hesitate to write a comment. And that's it from me. Have a great day and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.